that there is not one person on the planet that wants to end their life. Nobody wakes up one day and goes, I think I would really love to end my life now. Nobody wants to do that. The only reason, I believe, personally, this is just my personal belief, the only reason that even pops into somebody's headspace is because the pain of existing, the pain of existing with this amount of mental torment is worse than the pain that we would think would be associated with leaving, right? Nobody wants to leave. We don't want to leave. We just want the pain to end, and we don't know how. This is so common, and I've been dealing with this today, so hence, you know, the need that I must share with the entire world, because I was dealing with it, so it must be important, right? But this is what I wanted to share. Obviously, depression and anxiety are a huge issue these days. Huge. And I saw it on the news last night. There's an actual term for it now with our youngsters, I want to say, like, because I'm so ancient, with our youngsters, with our young ones, that they're suffering something that I can't remember the name of. But it's called something along the lines of global anxiety now, that because of the state the world is in and the world that we live in, there's a whole new category of anxiety that's been created, and many of us are dealing with it. It's like a global anxiety type thing, because we are, as much as social media has the ability to disconnect us, it also has the ability to intricately connect us. Do you like that? It's like an interwoven web, right? There's no escape. We are connected, right? We're internet or no internet, we're connected. But this is the thing that I think is very common when it comes to people dealing with depression, anxiety, is you see this freaking message everywhere. I'm going to try really hard not to swear, but you know, I may not be successful at that, because this really gives me the shits, right? You see this, and I've been guilty of saying this myself. You're not alone. You're not alone. If you're feeling sad, you're not alone. And I'm like, I'm going to stab the next person that tells me I'm not alone. I'm going to fucking stab them, right? Okay, this is metaphor. This is not literal, people. This is not literal. I would not be smiling like this if I really meant it. You know I don't mean it. You know I don't mean it. But it's very common. You're not alone. You're not alone. And I'm thinking, FFS, right? Like, seriously, what do you want me to do with that freaking information? You're not alone. Oh, no shit. I know I'm not the only person that's dealing with this level of depression, anxiety. Like, you literally feel, and again, it's very different and personalized. Like, I think this is the beauty of depression. It's like a very personalized illness for every single person that it likes to slot itself into, right? It's not the same for everybody. And that is why I think the medical industry is still trying to catch up, really, with the rate at which it's exacerbated itself within society in general and within so many of our lives. Like, hi to everybody that's here. I want to say, I might give you a little wave, but thank you so much for everybody that is dropping on. But for those of you who don't know, yes, I fell into the deep abyss of depression probably a couple of years ago now, maybe more, a couple of years ago. And like, it was severe, like really severe. Like, I was gone. Like, I was just a sobbing mess on the floor. Couldn't function, right? Could not function whatsoever. I'm not going to go into the whole thing now. You can message me, like, feel free to PM me if you feel so inclined. I'm more than happy to share. But it was horrendous, right? Horrendous. So I know, like, you know, went all the way to I'm just going to say went all the way to the end. And for those of you who perhaps deal with this, you understand what I mean when I say the end. Like, this is what it's like, right? I have come to this determination that there is not one person on the planet that wants to end their life. Nobody wakes up one day and goes, I think I would really love to end my life now. Nobody wants to do that. The only reason, I believe, personally, this is just my personal belief, the only reason that even pops into somebody's headspace is because the pain of existing, the pain of existing with this amount of mental torment is worse than the pain that we would think would be associated with leaving, right? Nobody wants to leave. We don't want to leave. We just want the pain to end, and we don't know how. So hence, this is what started this live stream tonight. I'm like, how do you make the pain end? Because I was driving home, as I said so merrily when I started today. And can I just say, can we all just take a moment? You see me now. Do I look like the face of depression? Oh, I swear, I guarantee you, there is not one person here watching the live stream that would go, that's a really depressed bird. Jeez, I bet you she's dealing with depression, anxiety. Nobody's going to think that. Look at me, right? I'm happy, I'm jolly. And this is what's so scary about it, right? we have and I'm not saying I'm not happy right now. I'm delighted to be with you all. But we have these moments where it gets a little bit ugly and you're not so happy. You're not so happy. But hearing somebody tell me, you're not alone, it's gonna end. Oh wait, the best one of all. You've got so much to live for. I'm cracking in the head like this, crack, like that, crack. Like I want to get a coconut or the nearest thing closest to me, just like kaboof. Like, I know that, you moron, but it doesn't change how I feel, because I honestly do believe, again, different levels for different people, different levels, but it truly is, in my experience, it's a chemical imbalance. It's not fucking normal. It's not normal to feel this way. Now, it's normal to have periods, though a dog died, this or that, of course, but long extended periods of unexplained deep sorrow, not normal, not, right? We all know we have more to live for. Don't tell me these stupid, obvious things, right? I know that. I just want the action steps. Now, you might not be like me, like type A personality, like super over the top, hyper, like just give me the action steps so that I can fix the problem and move forward, right? This is what it's about. I just want the action steps. I just need to know what to do. And thus far in my journey, all right, no matter who I've seen, how many people, how many professionals I've sat down with, nobody's told me what to do. Everybody's helped me rehash my childhood. I don't need to rehash my childhood one more time. My childhood was like a Disney movie. It was fantastic, right? My parents were amazing. My sibling was fabulous. Everything is amazing. It doesn't, sometimes it stems from there. Sometimes it doesn't. We all have our little traumas. But what action steps are we supposed to take? So as I said, thinking about this on the way home, and I'm like, the drama is, or the conundrum is, do you like that one? The conundrum is when you feel like leaving, is the term I'm going to use, right? And you understand what we're saying. This is a very sensitive topic here, but when you feel really, really, really down, the last thing you want to do is go, let's solve this problem. What do I need to do? So here's the kicker. At the time when you feel the most like doing sweet FA and just sitting in your misery is the time when you have to make yourself do something. And if we don't, then we just have to accept that this is how we're going to feel for the inevitable, for the unforeseeable future. You have the choice. Like, don't think that you don't have a choice. We all have a choice, and whichever one you choose is also fine. That's what I would say. I wouldn't be like, you're not alone, don't worry, this will end and you've got so much to live for. I'm just saying you have the choice and either one is fine. Just do what's right for you in this moment. I personally have reached the stage where I'm so fucking tired of this shit and this is what we have to reach. You have to reach the bucket stage. You have to reach that stage where the pain of living in this ridiculous space is now worse than the pain of taking action when you don't feel like taking action, right? So now I'm like, fine. I understand I have a gym membership, right? For the last 5 months, I've probably been 5 times. I freaking hate the gym. I hate that gym. Not the gym specifically that I'm a member of, but I'm not a gym person. But I joined because it's going to take me out of my comfort zone and make me do something that is going to be good for me long term. Yes, I can exercise at home and I do all that as well. But I know that being around and in a community is going to be beneficial for me physically, mentally, right? As well, possibly not financially, but that's okay. That's okay. So now these are your 5 action steps. As for those of you who've ever watched my live streams before, you're like, can this woman get to the point? Get to the point. So this is what I want to share with you today. These are going to be your 5 areas to look at: physical, financial, spiritual, emotional, relational. Physical, write it down. Physical, financial, spiritual, emotional, relational. It's no good saying, I'm just going to eat this chocolate now. I'm just going to eat the cake. I'm going to order the Uber Eats or whatever because I want to get out of this pain right now. It's going to make me feel better. It's not going to make you feel better 20 minutes after that activity is finished, right? So we need to use our nous a little bit. And as I'm saying, you won't do it until you're ready. And that's okay. You're not supposed to do it until you're ready, right? If you do it before you're ready, then far out, I don't know, you look like some superhuman being, right? But you're going to do it when you're ready. But these are the areas to look at. So don't just go, what's the immediate, what step do I take? What's the one magical thing? There's no freaking magical thing. There's no magical thing. It's a 5 it's a 5-step process. It's really many steps, but there's 5 arenas for you to be assessing, right? You need to look at your life holistically as a whole, because this situation didn't happen because you ignored one area of your life. It happened because you ignored probably multiple areas simultaneously, right? Simultaneously. So this is what it's about. I am now going to spend some time sitting down tonight and over the weekend and assessing, but it's not a 2-minute thing, could be if you want, but for me, I really want to make and take the steps and make the moves that are going to be the needle movers in my life, right? I'm tired of what do they call it? I'm tired of farting around with this thing. What do you call it? Fifth-faffing. I don't know. I'm tired of the fifth-faff, right? Physical. What am I doing? So here's the 3 questions. Within each of these 3 areas, here's the criteria that I want you to ask yourself. What do I need to start doing? What do I need to stop doing? And what do I need to keep doing? What do I need to start doing? What do I need to stop doing? And what do I need to keep doing in each of these 3 areas? So physical, well, I definitely need to start going to the gym. What do I need to stop doing? Sitting on my ass so much and watching Netflix every single night. And what do I need to keep doing? Okay, I am doing a little bit of a workout on my treadmill during the day. So that's good. I want to keep doing that. And I want to keep doing positive mindset work and that kind of thing. So physical, financial, spiritual, physical, financial, spiritual, emotional. Okay, that's a whole thing right there. And then relational. So we all know. I mean, I certainly can up my game in the relationship department. And that's just not your intimate relationships. That's your relationship with yourself. That's your relationship with God. That's your relationship with the people on your street, with your family, with your friends. That's everybody, right? People in your workplace and up in your face. We're in the people that are in your workplace and up in your face. Well, for those of you who are dealing with depression, anxiety, or any other kind of emotional, mental, or physical illness or challenge, right? Let's not just box things in, just a challenge, right? Sometimes it does push you to the edge and you think about what I'm going to call leaving, right? Leaving, you want to leave because you can't stand the pain of living this way anymore. And lucky me, I'm so fortunate to have fallen into all these different categories. Okay, so for those, many of you know, I've dealt with lupus and I still deal with lupus many days of my life, and it's extremely painful. That did push me to the point where I considered leaving. And then of course, the mental and the emotional issues, and there's many horrendous things that I could share with you, but how freaking depressing is that? God, it's bad enough that I have to live with it. Why the hell do I want to offload it all to you? So this is what I'm saying. Eventually you reach the point where the pain of inaction becomes worse than the pain of action. Okay? It's another one, right? It's another tweetable. You reach the point where the pain of inaction, which previously were I just don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. So we live in inaction, thinking that that's better. But eventually that pain becomes so bad, right, that the pain of inaction is now worse than the pain of taking action. That's when you're going to finally do something. And that's where I've really reached. And it's taken me quite a while to get there. I always say I'm a bit of a slow learner. I will say that much. But it's taken me a while to get there. But this is what I needed to hear and do and share with you all today, is that if you are also in this place, feel free to PM me. I'm more than happy to chat and we can, work through things together if you feel like you need a community or a buddy or somebody. Because this was the other thing that did pass my mind. I'm trying so hard not to swear. We got personal trainers for our fitness life. Where's the fucking personal trainer for your mental life? Because I thought this is where I'm talking about, and I'm like, what are the action steps? I know the action steps and I've shared them with you, right? You need to look at each of those 5 areas of your life: physical, financial, spiritual, emotional, relational. And within each of those 5 categories, ask yourself, what do I need to start doing? What do I need to stop doing? Start, stop, and what do I need to keep doing? Okay, because it's not like you're not doing anything right. You're doing some incredible things. There's some things you want to hold on to. You don't want to ditch everything. But I thought, here we run around with our personal trainers for our fitness. See how this is clearly the sign for fitness. We've got personal trainers for our fitness life. Where's the personal trainers? If somebody's wants to message me with a business idea, we need personal trainers for our mental life. And I'm literally talking someone to come to your damn door in the morning, bang, 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 get you out of bed, make you do the things you need to do when you're really in that very, very low depressed state. Because that's what I'm saying. I couldn't do it to save myself. I really needed somebody, but I didn't have anyone. So it's taken me a long time. So I'm not saying I didn't get there or you can't get there. It's just taken me a hell of a lot longer. I would have loved to have had somebody to drag my ass, right? Come on, we're doing it. It's so that you can start to find your rhythm. Okay, we all have a rhythm. The reason you feel so uncomfortable, I am definitely leaning like this, aren't I? I can tell. The reason you feel so uncomfortable in yourself and within your skin, mentally, emotionally right now, maybe physically as well, is because you've lost your rhythm. That's all this is. You know what your rhythm is deep in your heart. You know what it is. Some people are fast movers. Some people are a little bit slow. They take things a little bit slower. Some people are more cautious. Some people dive right in. But you've got a rhythm and a way that you do things, that you feel good about doing things and conducting yourself in your own life. If you're not feeling good right now, you've lost your rhythm. That's all it is. You know what it is. You just have to think back to the time previously where you felt so freaking amazing in yourself, in your body, and about your life. What was your rhythm then? What were you doing? What was going on? And how were you conducting yourself on a day-to-day basis? What were the habits that you were doing that you've clearly now stopped doing? And how can you integrate them or another or a higher level of them back into your life? So with that, I think we've shared enough for tonight. I want to thank you all so much, to everybody that's been kind enough to stick with me. For those of you who are watching the replay, thank you very, very much for giving me your time. I really do honor and appreciate that, because I know how precious our time is. And I know that, for you to share a few minutes here with me means a lot. And that would mean you got something out of this that is worth sharing. So if you feel this is worth sharing, please share it in a private message. You don't have to share it to your page. It's not about that. But there may be something here that helps you or somebody that you know in need. Again, feel free to message me privately. I certainly don't proclaim to be any kind of any kind of expert in the depression, anxiety arena. I'm just sharing with you a snippet of what's gone on for me previously, since I sort of stopped doing the live streams, and where I'm at with the journey now. So little tools that I think you could integrate into your life to help you move forward as well. And I wish you all an amazing, amazing Friday evening, wherever you are in the world, your Friday and your weekend to come.